Whenever we're talking about the success stories of most successful people, we can never forget the name Oprah Winfrey, an American talk show host, television producer, actress, author, philanthropist, and one of the world's most influential women. She is a person who needs no introduction. Most people associate Oprah with her hugely successful talk show, The Oprah Winfrey Show, which she hosted for 25 years. But she's a famous woman in the world of entertainment as well, as an actor, director, producer, and media executive, philanthropist, and a mogul. What many people do not know is the journey that took her to success was difficult, filled with turmoil and tragedy. From an early age, Oprah would face incredible adversity. It started when she was sent away from her home and forced to sleep on the porch of the boarding house she stayed at. Then being sexually abused by family members starting at the age of 9. By the age of 14, she was already pregnant and then lost the baby when it was 2 weeks old. Many people that experience what she did at such a young age would normally have disastrous lives and not risen to her levels. However, today she runs Harpo Productions, the Oprah Winfrey Network, and also has co-written 5 books and appeared in several films. She is a major philanthropist and has impacted people all over the world. She's earned the title of Queen of All Media and is considered by many to be one of the most influential women in the world. How did she do it? What mindset and lessons did she learn and apply that allowed her to succeed in one of the most difficult industries and be such an inspiration for so many? What lessons can we learn from the great Oprah Winfrey? Hi, and welcome to our channel, where we look at famous figures and entrepreneurs and peel back the curtain of their achievements so we can learn the secrets of their success. If you like what you see, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe to our channel for more inspiring videos about the lives, successes, and lessons learned from some of the most famous business figures of our time. It's hard to imagine that someone who's achieved so much in life was once so poor and used to dress in potato sacks and did not even own a pair of shoes until she was 6. Born to an unwed teenage mother, Oprah Winfrey spent her first years on her grandmother's farm in Kosciuszko, Mississippi, while her mother looked for work in the north. After a troubled life in a small farming community, she was sent to Milwaukee to live with her mother, who had found work as a housemaid. In the long days when her mother was absent from the inner city apartment, young Oprah was repeatedly molested by male relatives and visitors. The abuse, which lasted from the age of 9 to 13, was emotionally devastating. When she tried to run away, she was sent to a juvenile detention home only to be denied because all the beds were filled. At 14, she was out of the house on her own, and more tragedy and turmoil was upon her as she became pregnant. After finally telling her family of the pregnancy, they anticipated the birth of the child, but more tragedy would strike as she gave birth to a baby boy who died because of premature birth, 2 weeks after it was born. This is when she finally went to live in Tennessee with her father, and this would prove to be the best thing for young Oprah. Vernon Winfrey was a strict disciplinarian, but he gave his daughter the secure home life she needed. From this point forward, Oprah would use her childhood drama, tragedy, and chaos as inspiration for her work ethic and success. She entered Tennessee State University in 1971 and began working in radio and television broadcasting in Nashville. In 1976, Winfrey moved to Baltimore, where she hosted the TV chat show People Are Talking. Oprah's ability to empathize with people, giving her own background, allowed her to create a special relationship with her audiences. The show became a hit, and Winfrey stayed with it for 8 years, after which she was signed by a Chicago TV station to host her own morning show, AM Chicago. Her major competitor in the time slot was Phil Donahue. Within several months, Winfrey's open, warm-hearted personal style had won her 1 million more viewers than Donahue and had taken her show from last place to first in the ratings. Her success led to nationwide fame. That helped launch an acting career with a major role in Steven Spielberg's 1985 film The Color Purple, for which she was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress. Winfrey launched The Oprah Winfrey Show in 1986 as a nationally syndicated program. With its placement on 120 channels and an audience of 10 million people, the show aggregated $125 million by the end of its first year, of which Winfrey received $30 million. She soon gained ownership of the program from ABC, drawing it under the control of her new production company, Harpo Productions. Oprah spelt backwards. Today, Harpo is an influential force in film and television production, as well as magazine publishing and the internet. Oprah proved that not only was she someone that millions of people adored and loved to watch every day, but she was an astute businesswoman as well. Oprah once said, "Turn your wounds into wisdom." And hence she kept on proving her words. In 1988, Harpo Productions acquired ownership and all production responsibilities for The Oprah Winfrey Show from Capital Cities ABC, making Oprah Winfrey the first woman in history to produce her own talk show. The following year, Harpo produced its first television miniseries, The Women of Brewster Place, with Oprah Winfrey as the star and executive producer. It was quickly followed by the TV movies There Are No Children Here from 1993 and Before Women Had Wings 1997, which she both produced and appeared in. She was driven by a desire for her own success, as well as being an example for women around the world as to what's possible. As an example, she launched in 1999 Oxygen Media, a company she co-founded that is dedicated to producing cable and internet programs for women. Her appetite for expansion and growth seemed never-ending. She launched Oprah Magazine in 2000. Then in 2002, she concluded a deal with the network to air a primetime complement to her talk show. And in 2004, she signed a new contract to continue The Oprah Winfrey Show through the 2010-11 season, an historic financial deal at the time. According to Forbes magazine, Oprah was the richest African American of the 20th century and the world's only black billionaire for 3 continuous years. Life magazine nominated her as the most influential woman of her generation. So what are some of the principles she followed to achieve so much success so quickly? She learned from the great Maya Angelou when she was young that when people show you who they are, believe them the first time. Do not try to make them something they're not. This powerful principle allowed her to partner with and work with people aligned with her goals, her passions, and her principles. Secondly, she believed that when you align your personality with your soul and your work comes from your soul, then success is inevitable. When your authentic self is unleashed to the world, then the world cannot help but love you. It's hard to argue with these principles. In September 2002, Oprah was named the first recipient of the Academy of Television Arts and Sciences Bob Hope Humanitarian Award. In 2005, Business Week named her the greatest black philanthropist in American history. Oprah's Angel Network has raised more than $51 million for charitable programs, including girls' education in South Africa and relief to the victims of Hurricane Katrina. Winfrey is a dedicated activist for children's rights. In 1994, President Clinton signed a bill into law that Winfrey had proposed to Congress, creating a nationwide database of convicted child abusers. Sadly, The Oprah Winfrey Show ended on September 9, 2011. But Oprah still partakes in the rapidly shifting and converging media field through the Oprah Winfrey Network, which launched on January 1, 2011. Few people would have bet on Oprah Winfrey's swift rise to a host of the most popular talk show on TV. In a field dominated by white males, she is a black female and a shining light of what is possible. She didn't create a talk show format, but she brought a compassion and an intimacy to talk to one another. She brought her personality and soul to the conversation. On the last episode of The Oprah Winfrey Show on May 25, 2011, she advised her viewers and urged them to find their calling, make the world a better place and take control of their lives. Known as America's beloved best friend, her last words on the show were, "It's no coincidence that a lonely girl who felt not a lot of love, even though my parents and grandparents did the best they could, it's no coincidence that I grew up to feel the genuine kindness, affection, trust, and validation from millions of you, all over the world." Still going strong, Oprah stands tall in the world of media and entertainment, also in the larger state of public discourse. We salute Oprah Winfrey's straightforwardness, simplicity, and sagacity. Oprah's story is a perfect example of what's possible regardless of where you were born and how you were raised. She believes that by turning wounds into wisdom and bringing your personality and soul into everything you do, then expect miracles to happen. So what did you learn from Oprah's success? Tell us in the comments below, and if you like this video, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to our channel and tell your friends. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.